Welcome to National Geographic's presentation on America through the lens. As you think about teaching social studies in your classroom, I want you to close your eyes and think back for a moment to when you studied social studies in high school. Think back to the social studies book you used as a student. Do you remember it? Many of us don't, which means it wasn't engaging. What did your teacher tell you to do if you found the text too difficult? To read it again? That probably didn't work because doing the same thing over again only produces the same results. And did you like it? Many of us didn't, which means it wasn't relevant to us and we didn't make any meaningful connections. Well, what if I told you you could teach social studies like this?
Okay, release.
Wow, it's incredible. I love it.
Every person can make a difference. The world needs a lot more conservationists and a lot more scientists.
We think we know this place, but we don't. We think we understand how things work, but we don't. That's why exploration is so fundamentally important.
It's about telling a story that resonates with all sorts of people all over the world.
Charles, it's the elation that you get by saving a life.
You're not that much older.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if I can't feel my fingers. It doesn't matter how my face stings and feels like it's getting sandblasted. It matters that somebody else can feel that by looking at a picture.
The most important message is that every individual matters, and every individual makes a difference every day.
Many of you may have been excited when you heard National Geographic because you remember the engaging experiences that you had as a curious learner. Maybe it was the photographs, the maps, and the knowledge you gained from interacting with National Geographic. At National Geographic Learning, we bring 130 years of experience into learning through the resources you engaged with when you adopt us. Through content woven into the program or through live in our virtual events, we embrace the mission of National Geographic so that you can share these experiences with your students. Whether you are digital first or just starting to incorporate digital into your daily instruction, our platforms are easy to use, easy to assess, and easy to inform. Finally, we know this process to select new materials is a journey. I'll be here with you on this journey, but it's more than just me. It's a team to support you with digital onboarding, best practices through our talented author teams, and National Geographic explorers. Let's dive into how we would like to partner with you to bring the world into the classroom. I'm excited to share our on-level high school U.S. history program, America Through the Lens. This program is all about empowering students to identify as global citizens, celebrating cultural heritage and diversity, and placing students at the center of their own learning, while also providing rigor with accessibility and offering rich instructional resources for both you and the students. With America Through the Lens, National Geographic Learning empowers students to identify as active citizens in a diverse nation. With currency and relevance at the forefront, National Geographic's U.S. History, America Through the Lens views history as a study of identity, connecting the physical environment and historical events to students' lives, and fostering empathy for diverse peoples, cultures, and ideas. It promotes critical thinking and visual literacy through National Geographic content and primary sources. Using primary sources and compelling photography as students articulate their view of and find their place within American history. And it also places students at the center of their own learning through inquiry. National Geographic's U.S. History, America Through the Lens enables students to approach learning through inquiry. They create a plan, collaborate with others, and emerge with a solution that can be articulated and shared. So you're probably asking yourself, what makes U.S. History, America Through the Lens unique? With America Through the Lens, we want students to know that this is personal. This will be their personal journey through American history, and they will be asked to develop social responsibility through practice. At the end of each chapter, they will connect what they've learned to their own lives, and through the Citizenship Handbook, they'll read about citizenship and the rights and responsibilities that come along with it. Students learn that citizenship affords many rights and requires many responsibilities. Enjoying these rights and responsibilities is the reward of being a good citizen. The responsibilities of citizenship are all listed, including becoming engaged, participating in the democratic process, and volunteering in the community. And we provide citizenship projects or ways to promote civic engagement in order to build and apply citizenship skills in the classroom and in your community to become an active participant in our democracy. We've taken a look at how America Through the Lens helps empower students to identify as active citizens in this diverse nation. Now let's look at how the program promotes critical thinking and visual literacy. Lessons with National Geographic Explorers present their contributions to the historical and scientific record. Students get the opportunity to take a look at our nation through the lens of National Geographic photographers. National Geographic Explorer features forge connections between the work of National Geographic explorers, including archaeologists, nuclear physicists, and anthropologists, and the U.S. history themes and content. At the end of each unit, students will engage with an adapted article from National Geographic magazine through guided discussions that ask them to critically think about what's presented. Additional opportunities to learn more are also provided. Perhaps the most exciting historical thinking exercises in America Through the Lens are the document-based questions, or DBQ, in each chapter. Fundamental to the concept of historical thinking is the understanding and use of primary sources, the building blocks of history. They are the documents and artifacts from the past, words spoken, and artifacts fashioned by historical actors. DBQs are built in throughout the program, providing students with multiple opportunities to practice working with a variety of primary and secondary source materials. Each chapter opens with a 2-page image and a quotation that invite the student to engage in historical thinking. With this picture, we see ancient Native American artists created petroglyphs, or rock carvings, in what is now New Mexico. The petroglyphs in this photo by National Geographic photographer Paul Chesley include many different figures. Describe some of the figures you see. What types of activities or events might they represent? And you'll get to see a sample of each of these at the beginning of each chapter. And since we know that not all students can take trips to all the historical museums around the country, we have worked hard to help bring history to life through art and artifacts. Curating history invites students to engage with leading museums and explore our past through a wide variety of art and artifacts. We've taken a look at how America Through the Lens helps empower students to identify as active citizens in this diverse nation, and how the program promotes critical thinking and visual literacy. Now, let me show you a few examples of how we place students at the center of their own learning through inquiry. National Geographic's U.S. History America Through the Lens empowers students to approach learning through inquiry. They create a plan, collaborate with others, and emerge with a solution that can be articulated and shared. At the end of each unit, a unit inquiry challenges students with open-ended questions and guides them to gather evidence from the text, synthesize a response, and present their conclusion to the class in a creative, engaging format. The National Geographic Learning Framework activities at the end of each unit also offer multiple opportunities for inquiry and creative thought. Depending on students' needs, you might select an activity and explicitly guide the class through the 4 dimensions of the inquiry arc to complete it, or you might have students complete the activities independently or in small groups. And don't be fooled by the practice book type appearance of the history notebook. Not only is this where students can comment on ideas raised in the lessons that provide critical thinking prompts and writing questions, the history notebook also contains 4 long-term projects for inquiry-based learning that can be completed over a semester or a school year. Over the course of the projects, students conduct research and synthesize information from multiple sources to answer broader questions. Then throughout the program, you'll find different features built into the chapters. Each chapter's American Story feature provides students with an engaging introduction to a high interest topic from the chapter, told like a story with exciting narrative and enhanced by vivid photography, relevant primary sources, and colorful infographics. American Places features showcase key locations in the United States significant in American history, such as national parks, famous landmarks, locations with cultural relevance, and cities with an engaging story. Minimal text allows students to engage with the visuals while still providing context and content to aid student understanding. American Voices are biography features designed to showcase the lives and accomplishments of both traditional, such as John Kennedy, and non-traditional figures, such as Rosie the Riveter, from U.S. history, both early and modern. America Through the Lens showcases the work of National Geographic photographers such as Jimmy Lynn, Lindsay Otterio, and Paul Nicklin through large, striking images tied to core concepts, such as national parks or industrialization, that are found in the U.S. history program. Each chapter ends with a review that includes review questions for the chapter vocab, analyzing sources, and as previously mentioned, a connect to your life question. The Cooperative Learning Strategies section offers a preview of the types of strategies located throughout the teacher's edition with a clear explanation on how to implement each one. And you'll find point of use references throughout the lessons. The chapter planner in the teacher's edition provides an overview of the lesson support in each chapter and lists such tools as reading and note-taking, vocab practice, social studies skills lessons, section quizzes, and formal assessment tests. Strategies for differentiation section that opens each teacher's edition chapter offers ideas that engage different groups of students under the headings striving readers, inclusion, English language learners, gifted and talented, and pre-AP. You can describe how to apply each of these strategies to individual learners. For daily planning, refer to each lesson's plan, teach, and differentiate sections. The teach section includes discussion questions and activities that help students summarize and analyze the lesson. It also contains an active options component that especially engages students with critical viewing, National Geographic learning framework, and my personal favorite, on your feet activities. America Through the Lens is also available through our digital platform, MindTap. MindTap is a personalized learning platform that provides students with an immersive learning experience to build and foster critical thinking skills. Through a carefully designed chapter-based learning path, MindTap allows students to easily identify learning objectives, read and annotate content in the ebook, and test their content knowledge through critical thinking lessons. Let's take a quick look at a video showing you more of MindTap.
MindTap is an online student learning experience that is powered by you, the teacher. Intuitive and easy to use, MindTap gives you control of your students' digital learning. MindTap helps keep students focused. It becomes the one place for students to go for readings, videos, interactive assignments, and assessments, keeping them on task with their learning. Students connect and engage with content. For example, in the ebook, they can highlight and take notes, and then access their annotations in a central location where their bookmarks and saved searches are also stored. As a teacher, you can customize MindTap to connect students to what you want them to learn. Through the customization tool, hide content to control what students see and when they see it. Or make the course personal by adding in your own web link activities to further connect students to what you want them to learn. Here's an example where a teacher is inserting a website along with the question for those students. Differentiate instruction by assigning content to individual students or to groups you've created to provide readings or assessment to the right students at the right time. Deepen student learning through embedded formative and cumulative assessments that will keep your students connected and engaged. Then, as teachers, you'll be able to see how your students are progressing. That's right. You can receive performance feedback in the gradebook so you can make real-time adjustments to focus on students who are struggling or further challenge those who are excelling. MindTap eases your ability to differentiate instruction. MindTap is powered by you to help keep your students focused, connected, and engaged.
Did we miss anything? Please reach out and let us know if you need more information. If you're looking for something we didn't mention today, we would love the opportunity to meet again so that we can fill in any missing pieces for you. Thank you for your time today. We look forward to partnering with you and help you bring America Through the Lens into your classroom.